Brother, how you doing? How we doing? Welcome.
Oh, great to see you. Great to see your outfit here.
Right?
Look at
You like
this.
it?
I got the
Christmas
full.
episode. Got the reindeer onesie. Got the
Yeah.
all the
Got the
cheer.
PJs, a little hooded. He's got a
Oh,
hood with a
oh my
reindeer on
gosh.
it, little
Yeah.
antlers,
And
and
this
the
is
PJs. It's a
hmm
full outfit. Is that a
Oh
onesie
yeah.
all the way down? Does it go all the way
Oh
down?
yeah. It is a onesie. It is a this thing
Mm-hmm.
zips all the way down to the business area. And yeah, I've got all the way down. I don't have a footsie. I don't have footsies, so my feet are bare. They're dancing around, they're feeling the earth. So that's nice. I've
Good.
got that
Touch
going
grass.
on.
That's what the kids say. Touch a little
Touching
grass.
grass. Are you
Mm.
doing? I know we talked a little bit here before we logged on, but I was telling you I'm I guess a little setup for the rest of the episode. But I don't know if you can watch it or see it. I've got a different background than usual.
Mm-hmm.
We got the full house here, full
Yeah.
house, and Lisa and I are in the pull out bed, which is also it's the couch that's the family area. So anyway, I don't have any privacy, which is why I am currently recording this in a bathroom upstairs.
You sure
So
are.
that's why the acoustics are incredible. You can hear it
Yeah.
precisely. That's why.
It
Yeah.
sounds, I know we had the trouble last episode, and it sounds good this
Yeah.
episode. Your sounds
You liking
good.
it?
So
All
maybe
right.
we have to you always have to have a full house, the whole family. It's what, 8+ people, 9+ people there?
We've
Maybe?
got 2, 4. We got,
You got the
2, 4,
girls.
6, 8, 10, and a doggo. We got 10 and a doggo, which is
That's a
or
lot.
8 and a doggo. 8 and a doggo. Yeah. But
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
So maybe
Yeah.
we just do this moving forward, if the sound is going to be like this,
Yeah, this is
your
the
permanent.
secret. This is the
Yeah.
secret. It is funny. So in this house, the way it's set up is there's like a lofted area. You've got the bed, and you got that loft goes down into the living area, kitchen area, and then there's like an open staircase that goes down the center of the house, and then you can also you can kind of. But anyway, all that to say, the sound really travels. So
very open concept. Very open concept.
Yeah. But it was funny because Mom was saying, she just mentioned that one of the reviews very clearly, it was like very angry people that were like very upset with how the sound was traveling in the house. And you're like, what a weird thing to complain about. And then later in the comment, there was like, I guess, a marital in-law dispute. So clearly one family was just like, talking shit and got caught.
We don't like your house that you designed. We can't gossip about our in-laws like to, and we'll never stay here again. Yeah.
But all that to say, if you hear some sounds, it's because it's gossip. It's gossip coming in. Just wandering in.
I want to stand on business here a little bit and just shout out our beautiful mother. She's a terrific architect, and shame on them for not being a more open, communicative family.
I know.
Right?
I know. I know.
And so, love the house, love the design, Mom. You're probably listening. You nailed it. You nailed it.
Alex.
You nailed it.
Well, now you're just getting brownie points here, which is perfect segue.
I miss you all. That's right. I miss you all.
Perfect segue because they actually, this might be a quick pod, Alex, because right now I am missing gingerbread time. There's currently gingerbread with the nieces. Yeah. That's the dedication I'm bringing. And also to boot, mom, such a champ, ends up, she took the designs for the house and made and did the exact measurements for the homemade gingerbread. So they're currently constructing, as I came up here, the gingerbread of the house that we're staying in, to decorate for the kiddos.
But Jake, the small gingerbread men and women can't bicker and gossip about each other in their gingerbread houses. Why would they do that?
Well, I was joking earlier. I was like, they've got there's bears all over the place, and it's in Lake Tahoe. There's bears all over the place, and
real bears.
It hasn't snowed yet, and so bears are still out. They're not hibernating yet. They're still kind of scavenging, and so I was just saying they need gummy bears in the gingerbread house to really get it, you know? Got to have some of those, but
yeah, we'll try to get through this one quicker so that you can get there, because that kind of innovative ideas, it's needed from especially Eloise and Lila there. They're going to love that kind of stuff. Gummy bear ideas from old Uncle Jake. Come on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a big thing. Speaking of baked goods too, did you get the fruitcake from
I'm happy you brought it up. Yes. Yeah, so this is our saga continued from the last episode.
That's right.
And so our wonderful, very sweet, very lovely grandmother, she sends us fruitcakes every year. This one was apple, cinnamon, pecan. Very good. I already finished it. It's great.
Yeah.
Loved it. So she's listening to this.
Good moisture, right?
Right. But this is the continued part, because if you remember, there's a tiny, just a smidge of pettiness in the last one. We thought.
Right.
We weren't sure. We weren't sure, but we thought because you sent a card with her last name, right? Her maiden name from her previous marriage,
her late husband instead of her,
former husband. And so she sent a name we've never used, our mother's maiden name, to you. It also, to confirm, to bring full circle, the cake I got also said Alex Montefusco. Did say it did have. So
I love it.
Don't know if that was just on purpose or by accident there.
You'll have to get, I talked to her today. Mom was on the phone with her. I chimed in. Her and I had a little one-on-one. Lovely. But she was asking. So, Alex, you might be in the doghouse here if you don't give her a ring and let her know that you got it. She needs to know that you got it. That's the thing, Alex. You can't just enjoy it. You have to follow up.
You're right.
Do the and
how come am I in the doghouse? I just did the plates. I know. I'm a delivery boy from Delaware to PA already, and now I'm in the doghouse already that quickly. God.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Maybe she's just confusing us. Maybe I'm in the doghouse and she confused us. That seems more likely, I think.
Well, no, I get it. I get it. All right, I'll give her a ring. I should give her a ring anyway. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
What else do I want? Oh, we don't even have this on the rundown, but I wanted to just shout this out really quick. Alex, Spicer he found this 5-minute, 3-ingredient baguette recipe. He's making bread. We're having bread, morning bread. It takes 5 minutes. You do have to let it wait overnight. It's got to do its thing, but it takes 5 minutes to make it, and you just throw it in the oven.
You let it proof, right? You got to let it proof, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You watch Great British Bake.
I bet. Yeah. Oh, nobody wants a soggy bottom. If Paul Hollywood has taught me anything, it's you don't want a soggy bottom.
And I gave him a firm handshake as soon as it came out of the oven. I said, "This golden brown, good for you." Paul Hollywood handshake.
That's high praise. Kind of the highest praise you can give. This baguette, are we talking a little golden on top? How do we? Oh yeah. Do we toast it? Is it like really toasty on top, or is it real chewy? That's what I'm asking. Is it?
Well, that's the thing. It depends how big you make it. Yeah, the crust is very good. It depends how big you make it. With the amount of dough you put in, you could probably get 3. Think a baguette you'd get at the store, right? You got it's about as big as your forearm potentially, give or take. It's
Could
kind
I
of that
stick it out of a bag if I were in Paris and I was driving a moped?
With your hat? Yeah. You got the hat and the
Don't bring my hat into this. Don't bring my hat into this. Jake, it's a different hat altogether.
No, it's a different hat altogether. I know. Okay, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, sorry. I jumped the gun. I jumped the gun. I'm sorry.
You really did. And it sounds like you're sensitive about the hat, is what it sounds like.
I am a little sensitive about the hat, Jacob. We'll talk about it later. But I'm hashtag single Alex now, and I'm
okay.
We can talk about it now.
Are you wearing the hat at dates, Alex? Are you getting into it?
I didn't have the balls to do it yet. I thought about it.
No. Can't rip out the bowler cap on date 1. No.
I know. I jotted this down. I guess we'll talk about it now. My algorithm on Instagram, it keeps showing me gold chains, but not like a big gold chain, Jake. A subtle gold chain, just a subtle gold chain. Imagine you see me right now. I got this little open thing. What if it's
Yeah.
subtle and it's
Yeah.
underneath, right? And you just see
It's a
the
tease. It's just a hint.
it's just it's
Alex,
so subtle.
Alex,
It's skinny. It's a skinny
Alex,
gold chain that goes around the neck. What?
I'm gonna
Oh,
get you
go ahead,
back
go
because last episode you're like, you're so California on me. I'm gonna get you right back. This is the most East Coast, like, Italian guy from New York, Jersey. This is like the chain. You know, yeah, and like
Yep.
you just
Yeah.
you've been back, and now you're like, I don't know. I love too that you're blaming the algorithm. The algorithm, it knows, it picks up. There's a reason it
Well,
happens. Are you talking about it?
yeah.
Are you chatting about
Well,
it to
you
it?
know what? It's like I clicked
You
on
Googling?
it once I saw. Well, I think once
Yeah.
I clicked on it after I saw it, then it was like, we
That
got him.
sentence.
We got him.
That
Send it
sentence.
to him every variation. Send him every
Yeah.
variation that we have. Send him the cross. Send him an Eagles version. Send him a silver
links,
one.
small links.
Yeah, exactly. This one is
Yeah.
Jake. It's so subtle. It's so
Yeah.
subtle. It's just a
Sure.
little one. And then I thought,
it's so subtle. It's just a cross. It's a massive religious thing.
it's like Flavor Flav, like a massive clock on it or something.
Star of
It's
David.
like,
I don't even. It's very subtle.
it's subtle. What? They're like, Alex, you're not Jewish. Why do you have a Star of David? Like,
Yeah, just the least subtle thing ever.
I also thought, like, what if I incorporated like something from like Oma or Opa onto it? Like I got it embroidered on there. It's sweet, but then also I could justify it a little easier. You know, it's my grandmother. That's my grandfather. How could you?
Dare you make fun of my new style?
To take the
inspired by my grandmother. Yeah.
Oh God. So is it really thoughtful or is it really insecure? I don't know. I'm somewhere in between. I don't know. I'm somewhere in between.
I think it's somewhere in between, Alex, because it is thoughtful.
Also, last thing about the style and hashtag single Alex is my algorithm, it shot me over this mallard cap. It's got a real mallard duck right on the front of this hat.
There you go.
And it's like corduroy. It's corduroy hat. And this thing, Papa got himself a little Christmas present. You know what I mean? I bought it. I bought it.
Alex,
I bought it.
What are you doing? You already got it? You gotta wait for after. Isn't that the move? I thought that was the move. Is you wait for like after the holidays.
Jake, this was like a week or two ago. I couldn't wait. I was hoping.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was hoping I'd wear it for this pod here. I thought I'd wear it for this pod even. I've had a new hat. It's kind of my thing now with this podcast.
Every
pod hat every time.
Well, I guess I'm carrying the burden of the new hat with this hood here. The reindeer hood is
and it's Rudolph too. We didn't mention it is Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Got the red nose, yep. Exactly.
There's a lot of detail to this. Now that I'm looking at your PJs, there are Christmas hats. There's a green stripe. There's a white stripe. There's red inside.
This isn't just a PJ. This is an everyday. This is a morning. It's an afternoon. Right. You can wear this does it all. This doesn't have to be just I sleep in it kind of deal. This is I'm going to the grocery store. I'm picking up some I'm going to the outlet to pick up a gold chain. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. You can be...
right. It's a lifestyle brand. It's a lifestyle brand.
Yes.
It's not just a Christmassy thing, even though it's got Santa Claus hats all over.
Yeah. Well, there's quite a few of those, and a couple of reindeer and some sleds. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great. It's fun. It's a fun thing.
But Alex, that's Mom and Spice love that. Yeah, and I'm bummed I'm missing out. Tell them. Give them my best.
I can't hear it now, but you mentioned it before the pod. Is that little? Is like a slight hum or something in the back there?
Now in the back, that's right. For our listeners, for a couple updates here, you might hear it now. Our father, our pop, he got a 3D printer, and he has been 3D printing little trinkets, little Santa Claus hats for your wine bottles.
Alex, you know what this is? This is the next iteration. Remember, he used to have that labeler where he just loved labeling everything.
Exactly.
It's just the new gadget. It's the new gadget, and he wanted to label everything because he wanted to use it. This feels like the next labeler.
This is that on steroids.
Like 3.5.0.
Jake, he's talking about businesses. He's talking about businesses that he can start. He's talking about he's blown away by the technology of it, and he's making all sorts of Christmas stuff now. house is starting to really fill up with some trinkets, you know?
No.
And so
They already
he's
had a lot.
printing something now. This one takes 11 hours to print out. And so we're in hour 4 of the 11 hours. So I couldn't stop it, you know, for the pod here. So if you hear
what do we got? What's an 11-hour job look like? Are we doing
now? He's telling me if you get multicolor, that's gonna boost up the time because you have to use the different plastics when you have multiple colors, just add on an extra 5 hours or something like that. Because some of them take doubles like 4 or 5, doubles the time. He made like Lilo and Stitch. He made Stitch the action figure, like the size of your head. It's like much bigger than you thought. And it's got a little skeleton costume on, almost like a Halloween version of Stitch. So that one was really cool. That one took him 12 hours. This one is like a Squid Game character that he's making as a present for a family member.
Okay. Fun. I was gonna say very random, but that makes sense.
It's something. So he's got like a website where he hasn't figured out how to use the technology to make it on his own. So he does all the preset ones.
I'm sorry. You said he has a website? He made a website?
He hasn't figured out how to use, I guess I'll call it an application instead of website. The application that you choose the preset dimensions for the printer, right? So you can choose from these things. So he found Stitch as an example, or he found these little Santa Claus hats, or he found, but he's not going in and making his own yet. He's not there yet. But this is where it meets, Randy Yardley, his innovative, I like to create things with my hands, versus Randy Yardley, who despises computers and technology. So they're intersecting now.
There it is. Thank you for the visual as well. That helped a lot. So I was almost very impressed because you said the website. I thought he was like, are you kidding me? The 3D printer was what got him to really get online and start, going around. But he's
we're
close.
Not too far from that. We're not too far from that. He's got business ideas. We're talking about health service devices is probably pretty lucrative. All sorts of stuff.
That's great. That's very
even how
fun.
do we get in schools? What are pencil holders we can make and sell to school districts is where his head's at.
There you go. Get into the schools. You always got to scale. You got to scale.
Something simple we can make cheaper for them, for the school. Yeah.
There you go. I like it.
Anyway, that's in the background. Then also heads up, Alex, I'm kind of sick now, so I've got a little bit of a hoarse throat.
I'm on the back end finally. I mean, geez, it's been forever, but I do feel I have congestion, but I feel good. I'm not on the quill. I'm off the quill, baby.
Oh, I'm on the quill now, baby. I'm on the quill now.
You're on the quill. I'm off the quill.
I'm on the quill. I'm on the quill, baby.
Oh my gosh. Professor Quill. Oh my goodness. Insane.
Quilling. Yep. Quill and paper. Just writing.
Is that right? Harry Potter, Professor Quill. Is that right?
I'm not. Oh, you're talking to the wrong guy. You're talking to the wrong guy. I'm the guy that didn't see the last Harry Potter.
Lisa's going to listen to this and she'll text me the second she hears this part and will go, how could you get this? How could you miss this?
Lisa,
but she'll know.
We're both sorry. Hey, Lisa, we're both sorry. We're both sorry.
Yeah.
We are.
No, I'm making it somewhere aggressive. Yeah.
Now, you were telling me, speaking of Lisa, you're telling me the trip up there. Was there something?
I wanted to bring it up. It was just one of the silliest things of, and again, this is my weekly appreciation of my wife, where she is all of 5'5", and she's
really that short. She's 5'5".
Yeah. Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. So she's, but it's just sweet, short, lovely human. And it was her shift driving up here. It's a 7-hour trip and we took some shifts. And so it was her shift, and out of nowhere, she just like, it's this huge straightaway and we're going on the highway and it's only 2 lanes. And so she just starts speeding up to pass this guy, nothing dangerous, but just like to go. And it's just this kind of this aggressive move. And she just, again, phenomenal voice. She just goes and is able to really parrot really well, but do voices, like silly voices as well. And she goes into this very low, gravelly, like, nothing like passing on the left. It's just like, where? I was like, where is my wife? Who is this? And she's going like, like 75, 80 passing this guy. I was like, what? Sounds like a trucker. She just like, so I was dying laughing, and I think she really appreciated how much I was laughing. And it started one of those things when she's laughing at me laughing, and it really spiraled. You're on that road trip, and you kind of get some almost like the sleepy ha-has, where you're just kind of like a little thing to set you off, and it really can snowball. Anyway, that I wasn't sure how I was going to play on the pod retelling it, but it did a crush live. Boy, was it hysterical. Yeah, it was great.
I'll tell you what, I'm still surprised she's 5'5". At least has a much larger presence in my head. In my head,
you gotta
especially with that low gravelly voice. She could probably
right. The gravitas of her persona, her energy.
Gravitas.
Is that it? Like that. I don't know.
But I don't know.
What else do I want? Oh, I did have my nice to hear. My nice to hear. It's not even actually. It's not me, but it was a very lovely gesture I wanted to tell you about. So I'm going to hijack Mom's nice to hear. So she is very excited to have Lisa and I's nieces up. They're 6 and 2. I hope I got that right. There was just a birthday. I might be a year off on that, but they're young kiddos. And so we're very excited for Santa to come. And so Mom, with her pottery skills, ends up making, and I think where this is going, a custom Santa Claus and reindeer tray so that they can leave out cookies and treats for the reindeer. And just so sweet. It was just very nice to hear. It was my nice to hear. It wasn't even me this week. I had to outsource it. It was just a very sweet one. Very heartwarming.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Mom sent me a picture of it, and just
came out great.
It turned out so good. She had a little, like you said, reindeer on it, and there was a little Santa Claus, right?
Yep. Yeah. She got the color, so she did it in clay, and then there was the glaze on top, so it's like this shiny red. You got the shiny brown for the reindeer with the antlers, and the guy has both their names on it, so it's very custom for them. So very fun, very fun. Anyway, that was the nice to hear. Nice to hear. Had to hit it.
Beautiful. I love it. This one, I don't know. I hope this is okay if I say this, but I'll just say a longtime friend of ours. Maybe I'll say. So our buddy Andrew. No, our buddy Andrew. No, it's very sweet. It's a nice to hear.
Okay.
It's very sweet. Yeah. Our buddy Andrew AI. He's been one of our longest friends, and he has been perpetually. He's been single by choice. He's just been
likes
a lone wolf. Yeah, lone wolf. But it was lovely. I picked him up on Saturday, and we drove to the city. Had a lovely Saturday. Drove to Philly to watch the game with the guys, and so I picked up Andrew, and it was so nice to hear he's in a really nice relationship right now, and he's.
There we go. All right.
I don't want to spill his business too much, but it just made me so happy to hear he's doing well. And
I love that.
We're playing songs and stuff. I could just even tell the songs he was playing. It was just a little more upbeat and lovey.
He's lighter.
It's very nice to hear when a friend's doing well like that. That was my kind of nice to hear. I kept asking a lot of questions. I didn't want to be too annoying and ask him too many questions, but we had the whole car ride down to Philly on 95. You know how long that takes.
Well, does she have Alex? Does she have any sisters? There you go, huh?
Easy. Slow down.
I don't know.
Well, so I don't want to get too much in his business, but at least nice to hear our buddy's doing well. I'll leave it at that kind of thing.
I love it. Well, That is great. That's very, very sweet. I think we hit a lot of the stuff that we wanted to chat about to kind of catch up wise, but Alex, where are we at fantasy wise? What did you do? What did you get into? Did you make it? Okay. Did you make the dance? Did you take anyone to that dance, or what ended up happening? Huh? Or you left out in the cold?
It's pretty sick. No, it's pretty sick and twisted because you know the results. You know the results of me. Okay,
it's for the listener, Alex. It's for the listener.
I know, but
I'm not gonna.
No, it's just I'm wondering if you're getting carpal tunnel while you're twisting the knife into my back because you've been twisting it for so long. So 3 leagues. Jake and I are in 3 leagues together. You're in an additional one.
A fourth, yeah.
But the I will say this is my consolation prize. So I did not come in last. So I came in 9th out of 12. 9th out of 12 in our probably our most I would say the hardest league we're in with our Lambertville friends. Just so many folks we've been playing for 2 decades now all together. All very good players, 12-person league, so it gets very tough.
Alex, I didn't realize the format. I won the first week of the consolation bracket, and I go, yeah, there we go. I'm off the bottom.
I know.
Turns out I lost. I fell back. I'm in the running. It's this week.
No, but did you see? Did you see? So what? Carlos, just right before we got on, let's see here. Okay,
Oh, this is a real-time update. Look at us.
So you are not. So it is officially Parker because Carlos on his own made the loser bracket. So you went 1-1 with your points being 240. I was 1-1, 215. Parker went 0-2 in that loser bracket. So that officially makes him the loser.
Oh, thank God.
And so you are safe now. Because it doesn't,
thank God.
He has to manually do that. It doesn't update in ESPN. So that's why it looked like you were in that loser.
I was. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I had a whole thing when I was going to come on here and I was going to tell you, I'm going to sweat it out. I thought I was, I feel like I was pulled back. I feel like I was, I got drafted to the war or something like that. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? I thought I got out. I thought I bailed and I was in the reserves. They pulled me back. I've already done a stint in this consolation bracket. I can't go back there. So wow, this is great news. Okay, all right, I feel good now.
Yeah,
and that was the worst league by far, and I was really sweating it out. And thank God,
you dodged. Now Carlos, he did say he has to do his punishment, and then we can kind of come up with the new one for Parker.
Right.
Now, speaking of this league, while we're on this league, I do want to talk about I went to the game. I went to Philly, went to Parker's place. There's about 8 of us, and about half of the league was there. It was great. It was with Charlie, with Dave was there, Andrew, Max, Devin, obviously Michelle, and Parker's place.
Oh, wow.
It was
big group. The whole crew.
So the whole crew. We went down there, and Parker's place is really nice. It's right by the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. It's called Franklin Town is technically the neighborhood, kind of like Southish Philly, and really, really nice place. They're on the 6th floor. This is what I had written down here. I am so envious of Parker's lazy boy situation. Now they're moving to our house soon. Wow. His lazy boy, Jake. Let me paint the picture here for you.
Please, yeah, get into it.
We're in the middle of the city, right? All the tall, high-rise buildings are around. Yeah, that building that has the pyramid on the top, the glass pyramid, where it's green on game day and it has the white around it for the Eagles. Like that's like,
okay.
You know what I'm talking about? You see it from the highway.
That's the Luxor.
The Luxor.
Right? The Louvre. Yeah.
So that building's like across, like there's all these nice buildings. You walk in. We get in the hotel. We get into the elevator. We're going up the elevator. There's nice people. They're walking their dog. We always see that it's like small talk with neighbors on their elevator ride up. and they're go birds, because it's game day. Go birds, go birds.
That's how you say hello. That's right. Yeah,
it's right. Coming in and out of the elevators. A couple people get a case of beer. Parker has, and she goes okay, and then she saw the same woman saw us coming down. She goes, that beer went quick, huh? You shut up, this kind of stuff.
Shut up. Yeah.
And we get into the place. This is a picture I want to paint. Really nice. He's got the record player and all the records on the right. Really nice decor. Shout out Michelle. Shout out Parker. Really nice. And the kitchen is right there. Then you pass the kitchen. You see his lazy boy. You have a mounted television that you can look out to the L couch as well. And then the window, Jake. This is it. This is a moneymaker. The window looks directly at the Luxor building. It looks at all it looked cool during the day, but then when we came back to watch the second half to change up the juju because the bar we was in was clearly it was our fault.
You can't.
The Eagles game. It was our fault.
Changing. Yeah.
And we changed, and then at night, dude, in that lazy boy, you pull it back. You've got the TV right next to it, the window with the skyline. You're in the city.
Wow.
Awesome. Just a great viewing experience. And when I was there talking to everybody, I did want to give a shout out to this fantasy football league because there was about half of them. And I was talking to Charlie. We never shouted out Charlie. Charlie was like waiting for my shout out here. Wanted to give a shout out to Char here because Char's been listening. Charmander.
Charmander. Yeah.
What I told him is you don't talk about a perfect game while it's going on, right? He had a great year. I
messaged him on the side. I said there was a moment there when he first got H-Chan. It was like it was Thanos's the gens coming together. That's because right. Drake May was on a heater there. Drake May was on a heater. Is it JSN on the team? I'm forgetting the whole squad now. But
and he's got Gibbs. Jake, he's got Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah, Gibbs.
And I looked at the projected points before.
That's right.
Yeah. And I looked at his projected points. 2 or 3 guys were projected 25. None of my guys have been projected 25. I told him, I go, that must be nice. He goes, it's been the whole year. It's been the whole year.
There was one week where he was, it's like 160, 170. I was like, I think that's why I texted him was because I said, I've never seen a projection that high. Like, obviously I've seen people get hot. They'll hit 200, whatever. But I've never seen like ESPN and the experts just be like, oh yeah, this is a very safe 170.
and so this is at least the point I wanted to get to with Charlie here, because I wanted to shout him out, but didn't want to bring it up. But he lost in the semis, so he's not in the championship, which to my great dismay, because it doesn't seem like the NFL gods are with us anymore. Because if you talk a bunch of shit, the football gods are not with us because the biggest shit talkers are in the championship right now, and it feels like we're in a time of chaos. We're in a real time of chaos in the league because I feel like the beginning of Game of Thrones when the Starks got killed off. I felt like we had a real
Charlie is Ned Stark.
He would have been the Starks. He would have been a real just leader.
Yeah,
we would have had a real just leader, and Charlie is our Ned Stark this year because I wanted
implying he gets decapitated, but he
did last week. He got decapitated, Jake. There's no other way to put it. He got decapitated last week, and that was our hero that we were rooting for. That's who I wanted to win because he would have shit talked. It would have been a nice champion. It would have been a good champion. And
but now we got Slack. Oh my goodness.
We got Slack and Red.
Yeah.
Red, the biggest shit talkers.
I know.
And God help us. God save the Queen, because we are in a world of trouble with those two.
That's gonna be it's gonna be a nightmare.
And so chaos is upon us. Chaos is upon us. In that
Alex, I have to really reset after this year. I have to remember what this feels like. I think the sorrow, it didn't take its way through the off season. You know what?
Yeah.
I got married or whatever. You know, I let things get in the way.
Yeah. Yeah, you really let that cloud your judgment, Jake. Yeah.
Well, no, that has been my saving grace is I've already got a ring this year. I already got a ring.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
There you go. And Parker too. So Parker has got that. Max has got.
You guys have excuses. I don't.
Yeah,
Jake. I couldn't have been more single this year. I overdosed. I said this before. I overdosed on fantasy football podcast, and I let it cloud my brain. My brain. I'm going so cold turkey, and I'm just gonna listen to Many Men by 50 Cent this whole off season, and just do one Pete.
Yeah. The whole time.
Which we can kind of tangent about that. I do that sometimes. I do play songs on one Pete.
Right.
Do you do that at all? Because I put this on the show rundown here. Does that make me a sociopath when I do that?
To do the one, it really depends. It does hit a point where it does get there. But there's grace period. There's grace period. Okay. You can one Pete and be a sane man.
I guess so now. But now it's not Many Men. I was kind of joking about
that.
You're
excited about that. But what is the one Pete?
Do you know Olivia Dean? Do you know Olivia Dean? Are you familiar with her work?
No, but Alex,
Jake,
I'm worried.
You gotta look her up.
Kind of Olivia.
You worried? Dean? Why are you worried? Don't be worried, Jake.
I don't know, Alex. I don't know.
She's got some real bangers. And Jake, if you're not cowardice enough of your feelings, and you let yourself feel your feelings, then you would love
Olivia
her.
Dean, she did come right up. Is she pretty popular?
She's very popular. She had a 2023 album drop, and then this year, hot album. She was actually, Jake.
Man I Need. Is that the one Pete? Man I Need?
Jake, that's a banger. Is that a good one? That is a banger. Honestly, you're thinking to yourself, oh, okay, that's for girls. If you listen to that, it's a real bop. If you want to listen to a little bit of it right now,
Alex, you know what? I'm just happy that you and some other people that maybe you're chatting and sharing musical tastings with are coming around. Because I feel like I was really on an island there with the Taylor Swift thing for quite a few years. There was a few, and
you were on an island. Yep.
A lot of people were like, I don't know if Jake is. I don't know if he should be really going after this. Listening this much, but I'll tell you what, she blew up, and you know what? If you're this adamant about it, maybe Olivia Dean is the next.
Jake, honestly, Dive is a really good one from her. Dive is very good.
All right.
It's probably 7th. If you're looking at her top, it's probably number 7 on her top.
Okay.
Man I Need is very good. That one, you'll see a lot of TikToks
that was the top
one.
With
that one.
Yeah, that was the top one.
That one.
So what are you doing? You're one Peating? Are you one Peating Dive? Or what are you doing?
I did do Dive a little bit.
Sometimes I find if I'm on a run and if there's a song that just so happens to like motivate me, I'm like, okay, fine. I'm gonna follow this motivation for as long as I can, and I'll one Pete in that situation. And then I'll but I will say it sometimes ruins the song for me.
Well, for sure. It creates like a whole memory of it. Of what you were doing. Now, here's a song, Jake. Have you heard the song My Ties by Twin Fin? Does that sound familiar?
No, Alex. And I'll tell you what,
gotta listen to
maybe I have. I am so bad with song names and artist names. I think with just like the way I listen to music, I'll throw on a playlist and just let it play. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. But I never look at what the artist or song is. So what is it? Mai Tai, like drink?
Mai Tais like the drink, and this is some real beach rock. This is beach stank rock. You know what I mean?
This is Skylar Grey, you're saying?
Twin Fin is the name of the.
Okay, sorry. This was Train, which is probably a different vibe, I imagine.
Oh yeah,
the band
this
Train.
is it's called Mai Tais by the band Twin Fin, which they're very beachy. It's a very beachy, laid back feel. And so I just kind of put that on one Pete, and it's kind of in the background. And it kind of puts me in a real Zen state. That's another one Pete I had for a little bit.
Alex, you're actually speaking of Zen state, another actually pretty big update I missed on our kind of catch up here was I did an early Christmas gift, more of an experience for Lisa. It wasn't a physical thing; it was more of an experience.
Yes.
And I think I chatted to you a little bit about what it was, but we ended up doing. She wanted to go see the L.A. Philharmonic perform specifically at the Disney Walt Disney Music Center Hall. Or yeah, I hope I'm saying that correctly. And so it is really great acoustics. It's a really phenomenal orchestra, and then also this specific conductor, and it was the Nutcracker is what we ended up seeing. So very cool. I got the tickets, but I was like, okay, well, we got to get dinner and a show, and so I used to work downtown LA, and so I used to go down there, and I ended up doing a huge. It was what did they call it? It was like a tower climb, but you basically went up the stairwell of a skyscraper and you ran up to the top. So you started at the ground level. They've got music. It was for the YMCA. They organize it. And so it was like 75 floors that you run up.
You run up?
Yeah.
You run up them?
Yeah. I mean, you can jog, or you can kind of go, you can even walk, but I was in a kind of a competitive mood with that group, and I was in decent shape at the time. This was a few years ago. Anyway, I bring all this up to say that on the 71st floor, they have a restaurant that looks 360 around downtown, like all of Los Angeles.
Incredible.
So I ended up getting dinner reservation. I told Lisa that some friends wanted to do a double date. I texted him on the side and I was like, guys, just play along. And so in the group chat,
sly dog. That's the best. That's the best way to lie, Jake.
I can't do it alone. I'm helpless. I'll blow it. But with friends, they can take anyway. So we get a group text going, and it's like they're like, I'm so excited for tonight. And then we ended up getting like an Uber there just to the building. And I was like, yeah, I think it's like a speakeasy or something. And we walk inside, and they were like, do you have a reservation? And she was like, oh, I thought we were just going to hit the bar. That's it. And I was like, under Jake Yardley? Like, yeah, absolutely. So she was like, and then you could just tell she's very confused. You had to go onto an elevator, goes up like 35 floors.
So wait. Is she like, where's the other couple at this point? Or like, what's her reaction?
Yeah, she was just kind of like,
how is she acting right now? I want to know her reaction.
Yeah, she was kind of like, oh, okay, well, I know it's in this building, but I didn't realize it was up. I didn't think it was up. And then it was kind of like let's get drinks before they get here, before our dinner reservation with them. So it was kind of like under that. But then you go up 35 floors, you cross over to another elevator, because the elevators, there's nothing big enough to just do one straight shot.
Wow.
So you have to break it up into two sections. And then you go to the second one, and there's like a door guy at each. You kind of make your way up, and then you walk out, and you come out, and then you just see all glass all around. And you just see all the way through. Wow. And then they took us to it, and we sit down. It's very clearly a table for two. And she's like, so they're not coming, are they? I was like, no, I'm sorry. She was like, whoa. But yeah, it was great because we did dinner, and I did feel like it's very tricky because we got dinner. It's beautiful. It was a set menu. So we kind of went, and it was 3 courses. It came out, and then as it was coming out, like she still didn't know that we were going to see the Nutcracker, like the show she wanted. So she didn't know that. She just thought we're having a lovely dinner. And the dinner comes out, and I just go like, hey, can we get the dessert pretty quick here because we're running low.
And she's like, Jake, what are you doing? Yeah.
She's like, and she's like, are we going to a show after this? And I was like, no, that would be a good idea though. That would have been good.
You're still lying.
Nice. And then and then she's like, but then it was awesome because she was then excited again halfway through dinner. She's like, oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. And so it was very fun. Yeah. So we got a picture. It was really cool. We looked out, on the 71st floor, looking out at everything. Anyway, it kind of reminded me of like Parker's, you're just looking out over the city, you're seeing everything, and then
Jake, not at all, Jake. That sounds incredible. That sounds way
it's
better.
The same difference. Anything over 6 is the same. anything over 6 is the same thing.
Oh, you gotta send me that picture.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, we should have taken more. It was tricky because there's the windows and it's all glass, so it's like hard to really do it justice. I'll send you a picture, but it's tough to do it justice. We had some fun cocktails and stuff we made the show, but yeah, anyway, that was very fun. And the acoustics were awesome in the show or whatever. We watched all that. And
did you freak out when it was a Nutcracker and it was the show she wanted? How was her reaction there?
She was very pumped, and she, because she used to play a few instruments, the piano and a couple. I think she did violin when she was very young as well. So anyway, they had 30 violins, along with like viola and like the whole. I mean, it's a full orchestra, so it was a massive, like, I don't know, 60 people or so, 80 people, something like that. But really cool. Anyway, I say all that because I could one-beat for something about classical music is just great it feels great for my brain. I had so many great thoughts. I was like, as I was listening, I was like, it was almost like a trance where it's just like, sometimes I'll do that too at work where I'll just put on like, there's no words and it's like the classical cover of like pop songs. Oh, it's great. It's really great. And it helps you kind of think. Anyway, it kind of reminded me of the one-peating kind of deal where you just listening to that.
You reminded me, that's how I drive, is I always would have the classical station as my preset number one on the radio. I love driving to classical music because it calms me down and it does make you feel, it like tickles my brain in a way different than like pop music does.
I don't know. It's something almost like primal or something. There's something in the hardware of the human being that's just kind of like, this is soothing and this is like,
definitely
this resonates with me. I don't know what it is, but it's very cool. Very, very cool.
That's awesome, brother. That sounds like an incredible date. You're setting the bar so high on in the beginning of this marriage here, brother.
I know.
You are setting the bar high.
Well, part of it was, we're leaving LA and this was a bucket list LA thing. So I selfishly, like, after that climb I was telling you about,
more power to you. That's incredible.
Yeah, I've wanted to do this as well. So it was a bit of like almost and we've wanted to do it as a couple too for a while. So it was just like a nice twofer, 2 birds, 1 stone for that too, which is cool. But
that's awesome. Just so happy for you guys. That sounds so fun and so fun to do it that way, to kind of surprise her like that. Glad it turned out well, and love to see the photos. Super jelly, super jelly.
Fun. But I know we talked about the Elville League, which again, I do think, Alex, I mean, I know some of them listen, so we got to be quiet here. But I think we go and we really like hammer. We do our homework. I think we really
no more fucking playing around, boys. Boys, no more fucking around this year. All right, I'm not fucking around. All right,
there we go.
I just saw in the group chat.
Bad cop it, Alex.
The last person to repeat was me. It was me at 2020 and 2021. Yeah. I'm the last repeat champ. Don't you forget that. Don't you forget
Alex,
that.
I think I was 2010 and 2011. The Yardley repeat it's a 10-year occurrence. Every decade.
This dovetails really nice into the other league here. So you asked originally before we went off on our little tangies that we love, little tangerine tangies. You had asked about how I thought about all the leagues. So that's at least one league. That's the Lambertville League, and we've just now said our vengeance is coming, and we'll strike like a hot fire rain
coming for throats
down on the league next year. But then in the family league, you're in the championship, my brother. You're in the championship, and I'm going to dovetail it. Did you have, when you were going back to back, didn't you have Stafford back then? Wasn't it with Stafford?
Did.
Stafford is like a Bordeaux. He's like a fine wine. And I thought this
I know.
dovetailed nice into your first championships, right? In the other leagues, was you had a young Stafford, and I remember you looking nostalgically back on that, like, in my championships I had Stafford. Now you're in the fantasy championship, and you have Stafford, and he's a number 1 QB, and now he's like this refined Super Bowl quarterback. He plays for the Rams now. He's in is he almost 40 now? He's like late 30s.
He's like mid. Yeah, he was young. He came out young, and he's just like been doing it for a while. But he
won it with a Megatron Stafford.
I stacked. Yeah, it was awesome because it was Stafford, Megatron, and then it was also Andre Johnson. So I had Calvin Johnson. Andre
the Johnson boys. Wow, what a blast.
Yeah, so that was really fun. I don't think I had him the second. I had Calvin, I can't remember. I had Stafford for sure for both of them, and I can't remember which of if both the Johnsons made it to the second year. But anyway, this year for the family league, I put it here in the notes. I don't know if you see that. We've got the family league. I have Stafford is the number 1 quarterback. So for this scoring for that league, you've got the 6 points for passing touchdowns. It's also half PPR. Now the other thing that's crazy is I had that one, the 2-peat. I had one other win, which was like 17 or 18, and it was Christian McCaffrey, who that's my running back. So
you've gone full to the well here. You've gone all the way. You've turned back the clock here.
What's crazy is in the 4 leagues that I'm in, Christian McCaffrey has made all but one. And the one he didn't was our LA league, which he made the semifinals and he lost by like 2 points. But McCaffrey.
So if you have Christian McCaffrey, you're made to the championship, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. You made a deep run. Again, which is crazy. And that's a half PPR. I also have JSN, who's the number 1 receiver in that league. And then I have Trey McBride, who is the number 1 tight end. So which is awesome. But here's the thing. Incredible. The second you say this, I am going to get so snake bitten here. This is the one you lose. This is when you turn into David or Goliath. And this is where I feel bad for Charlie too, because Charlie's in a deeper league. It's a sharper league. With the players, and I just know I'm gonna be Ned Stark right with him. I can just feel it. And also, Alex, I've never won this league, so
I know you got to get your name on the trophy. This is the family league where there's no payouts, but it's all love of the game, and you get your name on the trophy.
There's a trophy.
I've won it 2 years. I'm very proud of that fact. I've won this 2 years. In this where I stand is I was pitted against Lisa beat me by about 3 or 4 points to go farther in the playoffs. So I lost in the first week of the playoffs. So Lisa beat me, but then that pitted me against the one and only Garrett, who we had the fateful trade with.
Alex, we're on like the 5th episode of this saga.
Now this is the incredible final iteration of the trade. I will bring up the listeners to speed that aren't aware. This trade, I traded away. I got rid of Egbuka. I get rid of Egbuka, Emeka Egbuka on Tampa Bay, the wide receiver, the rookie phenom. This is after week 3 or 4, maybe. He was
the heat
on a heater. Josh Jacobs, I got rid of, and Devontae Adams. So those 3. They finished very well. I got in return. It was mainly around
but they finished well for you.
well, we'll get to it. So in return, I got Saquon Barkley. That was the main thing. I wanted more running backs. That's how I get rid of 2 wide receivers. And it's a deeper league. It's a 10-person league. And I thought I can give away value. I just want running backs. I got Chase Brown in return, bought low, and also bought low with Cortland Sutton was the third one. Now, I had been eating shit on this deal almost all year. Jake had been giving me side eyes.
I have not, Alex.
You've been giving me side eyes.
Early on, I did. But it did.
But I knew
mature.
I knew by the end. Part of the reason I liked Chase Brown was You know how in I can tell you now, but you know how in Yahoo they give you the color of
Yeah.
the strength of
The
the
second half of
opponent?
the season, yeah.
The whole second half of the season was all green. It was all
Yeah,
green,
yeah.
and it was red up until that point. So I just thought he's gonna get better, and then Burrow's gonna come back,
Yeah.
and so I knew he would do better in the final game for fifth place. For fifth place, I played against him, and I'll pull up the scoring here.
He had
Each
30,
of
I
those,
think. Yeah, I think
he
he had
had 30.
30. I think Sutton had
Saquon had
20.
21. Yep.
Yeah, and I think Sutton
Saquon
had
had
20.
21, and Devontae Adams got hurt and didn't play, and he had him stuck in his lineup. Josh Jacobs got stuck with 3 points and he got hurt, and he
Yeah.
didn't play Igbuka, and he ended with about 4 points.
Yeah.
And so
it's basically like 60.
I think I'm gonna take that as a win. I'm gonna take that as a win that I won the trade
when you needed it most. When you needed it most. But
if I could have gotten into the playoffs, but still, I think I would have gotten beat. I got like an average score. I think I would have beat Lisa this past week. So I may have gotten to the championship if I got like matched up with Lisa somehow. I think I would have lost by point something to Jordan, I saw. And I would have lost to both you and Jared at the top dog, right? And now you're
we both
Jordan
had like
this
140,
week, right?
150, and he had what was crazy was he had Puka, who had like 43 points.
Yeah.
And luckily I had Stafford, which I did, which I was very happy about, because I was like, at least if Puka goes crazy, I'll capture some of it, and I won't be in like a super big hole. At least I'll at least be like somewhat pacing. Right. And if he does poorly, hopefully then Puka also does poorly. So anyway, I kind of liked that matchup because Jared was getting hot at the right time, and luckily I had the right like same players, the stack.
The hedge against him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So that was fun. But yeah, I think we get into the pick'ems here, right? I think we got to jump in. I think we got to
dive in. We kind of got through all the
now, Alex, this was a 16er. 16er was the top that you could get. I'm trying to remember how we did last week. I think it was like 9 and 6 or something like that.
You got 9, I got 6, right? Yeah,
something like that. What do we think?
I feel like I probably got 9 this week. I guessed that last time, but I do feel good.
Confident.
I think I got 9.
You confident?
I think I got 9.
You feel good about that? You feel like that is that a final answer?
Yeah. I feel good.
All right.
How'd we
Alex, you ended up.
Come on.
Are you ready for this?
No. Come on.
Can you see that? 11.
No way.
You got 11. I missed.
Go.
I had my travel, and again, I feel so bad, but I missed the Saturdays.
Excuses.
I missed the Saturdays. But here's the thing, Alex, even if I got them, you would have won. Even if I nailed all 3, I had 7. It only would have brought me to 10. This is a little bit lighter week for me, Alex, because a lot of holiday stuff going on. So I wasn't super involved in keeping up with every game. So you're gonna have to guide me here if you've got it.
Well,
if you've got it.
Yeah. So I can certainly help with a couple, but there was a couple that I missed as well. I got very sick on Sunday. So unfortunately on Sunday, I couldn't watch. I fell asleep to half of the games, but
oh wow.
Did you happen to see the Rams in Seattle, the first one? That was pretty crazy.
Well, yeah, so that was the Puka Stafford. So I was
you didn't see that one?
I didn't watch it, but I was kind of like checking on my phone, and I was like, okay, I was a little devastated. Luckily, it was a double-edged sword for me because I had JSN, but I was going against him in the other league, and I was like, oh hell yeah, he's doing terrible. This is incredible for the other league, and then at the end it goes to overtime, and he gets a big catch, and then he gets the touchdown, and he just like pulls it out of his ass, and it was good for the family league, but terrible for the other LA league for me. So again, I didn't watch it, but man, just seeing the group chat and watching the update, it looked like a crazy game.
It seemed like a really crazy game. I did not, unfortunately, catch this one. This was that Thursday night game. So I kind of missed this one, but what a barn burner. It was 38-37, like you said, Seattle. I had picked the Rams. I just thought the experience of the Rams would hold, but I did not think it would be a shootout like this either.
Yeah.
To
No,
have this high of a score, like I thought their
yeah.
defense was number one, so I thought this would be like a lower scoring
I think it's
affair.
because they're division rivals. They know each other, and
Mhm.
they're kind of like they know how each other operates. So yeah, it was surprising. It was a shootout, but
Mhm.
man, they were dealing. Stafford looks awesome, just in the highlights, and Puka looks crazy. He is like, man, the best receiver in the league, I think.
Yep. Charbonnet was doing his stuff. He got a touchdown. He got in there a little bit. Charbonnet, the running back. It was a little bit of everything, I feel like, for this fantasy wise.
Right.
But again, I didn't watch this game too closely. This Saturday, though, I can give you some good stuff on here.
Oh, you really got into the Philly Washington?
Saturday,
Really?
I had a great Saturday. I woke
Yeah, that's
up,
right.
got coffee. I got a little coffee date to start the day, right? Little coffee
Whoa.
date.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
And then picked up Andrew, like we mentioned, and went down the city. And we watched this game in a Philly bar. And did you watch the Eagles game? Did you watch the whole thing, or
So
you were?
I'm just, it's all coming back to me now because I realize now the Rams Seattle game was the date night I told you about. So that was the date night.
Oh,
And then
yep.
now the Philly Washington was our 7-hour drive. So it was like as we got there, and I'm just kind of unpacking, getting
Right.
in. So I caught a little bit of it, but we ended up going out to dinner. So I ended up watching the highlights after and everything. But I was just it was on my phone, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh, Washington, I think we should beat them. We should beat them, and so there's a part of me where I was like, I'm hopefully not missing the best game of the year. It's not like I'm really interested to watch the Buffalo game, but this one, I was hoping for an easy win. But was it? It felt like it was close in
I'll
the
walk
first
you through
half.
it. I'll walk you through it step by step. We watched every minute with Max and the boys all at the bar. Very great time. Parker hosted, like we said, with Michelle. Thank you again. Really, really fun. Like I said, I drove AI down. I told AI, he was asking on the way down for fantasy advice. He was in another league, and it was between Terry McLaurin on Washington.
Yep.
Or Kyle Pitts. He didn't know who to play. And I talked through it in my head. I said, they're playing, okay, Falcons are playing against the Cardinals. I think Kyle Pitts probably have a good day there. But because of that, and because of my love for the Eagles defense and the fact that they would lock him up with Q, while I'm watching the game, anytime Terry got a catch, Andrew would give me snake eyes. And so the first quarter of this game, the very first play, Shipley fumbles off the kickoff. So that is
that's right.
Immediately like, no, not one of these games. Everybody immediately goes, great, now we can't enjoy the game. Immediately. First play of the game, Shipley fumbles. Everybody goes like just dead silent in the bar.
Crickets. Yep.
And then the defense kind of holds up. They get a couple first downs. They hold up and they kick a field goal. And you're like, okay, that's fine. And then Philly gets the ball. Now they do score. The Eagles, the offense looked good. They were moving and grooving. They looked really effective. They score a touchdown, so they're up. But then they go down and score a touchdown, and so it's 10-7, right? And this was the story of the first half. Jake Elliott missed a field goal and like a 49 or 42 or something like that. And you're like, okay, is it windy? Like they're showing it's pretty windy. It's whipping. So he misses that. And then the D holds up again. Brandon Graham gets a couple sacks. And then maybe at some point, Mariota goes down, and then they go to Josh Johnson. So that's kind of like maybe in the second half. But anyway, they're kind of stalling out. They're not doing that great. we have right before the half, another drive to steal a field goal, and Elliott misses it. We're all like, what the hell? Guy at the bar yells, Missy Elliott. And I think he really thought
Did he crush?
He really thought he did. And I think everybody was too pissed off to laugh, I think. Because
that's funny. It's funny to hear it didn't go well. Like being there, it's probably like, ooh, a little bit awkward. That didn't go. But hearing about it after the fact is very funny.
but there were snickers at our table like that. I've never heard that before. That's really clever and really funny. That's really clever and really funny. Like Missy Elliott, that's really good for when he misses one. But then we get saved. There's a penalty on them. We're like, great, re-kick. He misses the exact same way. The guy goes, Missy Elliott again. And there's a couple more snickers, like, and then that's when our group, we had all gotten our food and drinks and stuff. We all closed out already. So we go, we got to change up the juju. We got to go back to the apartment. We go back to the apartment. When did you leave?
Was it halftime?
When was halftime? Right at halftime. We had to switch up the juju. You can't stay there after that half. We're down 10-3, down 3, 10-7. We got to change it up. Then Dave gets there late. And we're like, by the time he gets there, he's going to be tucking you guys in the bed at night. Why is he coming so late? He gets there. We're all like doing over and unders of what time he's going to get there. And, and he finally gets there and they score. And immediately like, yeah, Dave, fuck yeah, Dave. And then the game went amazing after Dave got there. So we were kind of pissed at Dave for getting there late, and then very happy because we're sicko Eagles fans that believe that affected the game in some capacity.
Pure juju.
And then it was they rolled in the second half. They did roll, and Josh Johnson came in. They couldn't do anything. The defense looked great. Cooper DeJean had a pick at one point.
Yes,
Saquon had a couple nice runs. Saquon had a really
that
nice
touchdown run was nutty. Incredible. That felt like last year. And it is funny because the highlights look pretty solid. You get like Jalen has some highlights, Saquon has some highlights, AJ has some highlights, Devontae Smith had some, like everyone was kind of eaten. And it feels like this season where like if you watch the game, you're like, this team sucks. But then if you look at the stats, you're like, oh, he's going to finish the year with like Jalen Hurts is going to be like 32 touchdowns to like 8 turnovers. And like, that's what he is right now. If you look at like AJ Brown's going to finish like 1,000 yards, Devontae Smith, 1,000 yards, Dallas Goedert's going to have the best touchdown season of his career. And it is going to feel like it has been a terrible team. We already locked up the division, but it feels it's such a weird season. It's very funny.
And yeah, you're right. The media attention and the way the expectation of this team was so high that they just broke a 20-year streak of not having back-to-back NFC East champions. Yeah. And they just did it for the first time in 20 years. And people are like, yeah, but it didn't look good. Like we didn't like throw it the way we wanted to throw it. And Jalen Hurts just going to quietly keep doing this thing where he doesn't say much. He doesn't give you a lot in the media. He talks in fortune cookies and and just wins games.
Same with Sirianni, where it's like, it's so funny. Everyone's like, this guy sucks. And it's like just an incredible run to start his career. Just like one of the best. And it's like
a golden era of Eagles football. Yeah.
Also, the other thing that everyone was shitting on Jordan Davis, best season of his career by a landslide. Like,
breakout year, pay that man.
Yeah. And it's going to be, really,
and I hate to say this, speaking of contract years, maybe the injury for Nakobe Dean might help the Eagles in that they can pay him less now because Nakobe Dean.
Yeah, it's tricky.
He's a great player, but he gets hurt every year. And we have Campbell now. I'm so happy we have Campbell now. He's not as good though, I will say.
maybe not yet. Like theoretic. Yeah. Because Dean is on year 4, whatever, 3.
Watching the game and the highlights, I realized like he is so much more physically gifted than Dean.
Right.
But he doesn't study and know all the plays like Dean does, where Dean is in the correct hole blitzing before the play is even started, you know? And so he's kind of doing all of that. If you need me to vamp, baby, I got you. So he's got, oh, what did you get there? Is that food? What kind of food you get? Is that M or spice?
Thank you, my love. I muted there, but we got Lisa made tacos. We got one hard shell, one soft shell, and the kicker. Look at this. I've got no room. I'm recording and eating in a bathroom right now. But look at this. Check this. Salted rim margarita for the second half of this pod, Alex. This is gonna be.
Oh, brother. Ooh, here we go. I'm living vicariously through you, buddy.
Here's the thing, Alex. This is why I'm off the quill. I'm off the quill and I'm on to this. This is gonna.
You're on alcohol now, baby.
This is it. I wasn't doing both, but now I'm off the quill, baby. I'm right back.
The quill, baby.
So it's Taco Tuesday as we record this, which is why this is happening. As we record, it's Taco Tuesday.
I am very excited for a future holiday when I can make it, because it seems like a great time. It seems like a great
Alex,
time over there.
You know what? I think as a group, we're gonna all pitch in and then get you a Taco Bell to vicariously live in.
Oh yeah, Postmate me some Taco Bell. Get me a Baja Blast. Get me the Crunchwrap Supreme. I'm a chalupa guy.
Alex,
chalupa guy.
Do people spike? Yeah, is that a thing? That's got to be a thing, right? I've never even thought about that.
What do you think? Like a vodka? Like vodka?
Ooh, well, you got to go tequila, right? Yeah, you got to go if you're. I mean, you could probably do a lot of things. You probably could do a really good.
What if you really scaled it up? You went like a smoky mezcal, but then you like zhuzhed it up. Because I know, and you get it. I can tell you're over 30.
I can tell you're over 30. we just go, yeah, that would be great. But a mezcal,
smoky mezcal with the Baja Blast.
Oh man, and that takes us to the great Southwest, the Arizona Cardinals. No, would have been a perfect transition if I was a better Potter. I would have.
Put a button on the Eagles. I think we were putting a button on the Eagles game.
Yes.
Jahad Campbell.
Yes.
I think is not there yet as far as where he's supposed to be. I feel like he gets blown up in run support, not because he's not big enough, but because he's not anticipating the play at the right time yet. Nakobe Dean is like all leverage, right place, right time, almost all the time. Jahad Campbell is still a little bit like baby giraffe trying to figure it out. Like he's a big dude, big rangy dude and athletic, but not fully
interesting.
There. He's a rookie.
It's interesting. I want to keep all of them because I've had this thought where it's interesting because in the offseason, we're kind of getting into the offseason chat with the birds here, but it's going to come into a decision between Phillips as well is on a contract. That's why we were able to get him.
Pay him all.
So it's yeah. I mean, it's going to be tricky because there is a part of me where I'm like, what they could do is like they could go back into like a 4-3 type of defense and keep all 3 of those linebackers on the field more regularly. That would be interesting. But then because they have 2 good D tackles, and then it's just kind of from there not paying the edge rushers, which is exactly what the Kansas City Chiefs did. Is they cut corners on the edge rushers. They've never had a good edge rusher besides Karlaftis is very good, but he's always been on a rookie contract. And so I think they have constructed the defense. The Eagles basically looked at the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty and were like, let's just recreate it the same way, like structurally, like contract wise. It is very close because you also saw almost identically, you had the crazy Tyreek year, you had the crazy like Travis Kelce early on and the crazy 50 touchdowns from Mahomes. But then, and I think that's kind of like the Saquon, breakout. It's a different style, but you have that same thing. But then it turned into rookie contracts on the defense. And then it transitioned to like a defensive team. And Mahomes kind of looked like kind of meh, like 2 years ago, like last year even, like fantasy wise, he wasn't like a big player. I think this year he stepped it up, but it was a similar thing where it's like, I feel like the Eagles, Jalen Hurts looked terrible. So like really bad this year. Similar type
of
Chargers
in that Chargers game for sure. That's 5 turnovers or whatever it was, 6 maybe or something.
It feels like a similar construction. I'm curious if they end up keeping some of the guys. It's interesting because they paid Bond, but he's like 29, 30-ish. But he did show it. Dean is awesome. It would be cool if we could keep Dean and Campbell, and those are our future linebackers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have them for a decade if you really stuck to them, and they did like a Levante David or a Bobby Wagner, and they just hold on forever. Because I think Dean has that style where he's a run stopper, early down guy, where he could play a while, even though he has the injury concerns. If he could really get on top of his health, which I think he's a really, disciplined guy that cares a lot. He does the study. I think he could really focus on his health in the same way and kind of level out later in his career, kind of like Sweat. Sweat had all those injury concerns.
Right.
He leveled out and then he got paid. So I don't know. I think
I'm with you. I want them to keep together that Georgia core for as long as possible. I want to ride the Georgia boys until the wheels fall off. Almost nostalgically, I'd even keep them when we probably should have got rid of them, like Brandon Graham, where we just have built into the foundation and the culture of the Eagles is we take care of players that took care of the birds. And the Georgia boys have been holding down the core of the defense and been a top defense for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And they won the Super Bowl for us. Yeah. So I want to just keep them together as long as possible. So Eagles game looked great. Bills game is probably going to be the game of the year for the Eagles.
We'll see. It might be a little bit of a letdown because they don't need it as much. I think Buffalo needs it more. And that is a little bit worrying to me as an Eagles fan, where the Eagles are going to be like, do we really want to put all our resources into this and really not change our seating that much? And we still have the division by such a margin that it's kind of like, do you kind of hold back a bit? I don't know. I think it's going to
be one of those games. You know how like in the first 8 games, it was all 1-score games and it was lower amount of possessions. It was like a lot of chewing clock the whole game. And I think it's going to be one of those where lean on the defense, nothing crazy on offense, keep the game close and keep it short. So there's not a lot of possessions and then just see who has the ball last, basically. And I think that's what this game will look like. It'll be in the snow probably in Buffalo. So it'll be an interesting one. And no game was more interesting. So that was that game ends. We watch a little bit of the Sixers game with the boys. But then I say, Andrew and I go, we got to get going. We don't want to stay too late. Love a 5 o'clock kickoff because we were able to get out of there by like 8 o'clock or 8 or 8:30. Get home around 9 o'clock. I watched the second half of the Sixers win. That was awesome.
Dude, they look awesome. They beat the Knicks. After the Knicks won the cup, they beat the Knicks. They beat Dallas.
That was awesome. And VJ looks like that guy. I mean, he looks like young Jimmy Butler. Young
Jimmy, D-Wade, we said early on, like a D-Wade. He's so athletic. Dude. I like Jimmy. Jimmy's a good comparison because he gets a lot of rebounds. He plays defense. Yeah.
He's athletic. He jumps through the roof. He's not scared. He's jumping on people to try to dunk on them. And he shoots a good 3. It's slow and it could use work. But as a rookie, better than like how Maxey shot as a rookie. Like, it's still effective. And so
and he's confident. He's very confident. Just the demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
They just, Fultz, God bless him, never had that. Simmons was more of an arrogance than like a confidence. And
it was insecurity.
Embiid took quite a few years of ramping up, so they've never had a rookie just hit the ground running like this. It is nuts.
I'm excited. I'm gonna try to go to some games. I think I'm gonna try to go to some Sixers games because
you should. Yeah.
Once football wraps up, it's gonna be nice. I think going from Sixers and then see how the Phillies do this off season. We got Schwarber. The Phillies sports is in a nice little groove.
They're in a
right
really well. I think I saw some stat where it's like the Eagles and the Phillies won the division like back-to-back years. Is that right? Does that sound right with the Phillies? I gotta check my math on that.
The division, the division,
the division,
mm-hmm.
Which like never happens. Just both together. So really, I mean, it's a great time for Philly sports.
So anyway, watch that, and then the transitions into the next game. Watch this last game. Watch the second half with Pop. Pop and I. He goes, "How was your day?" I tell him about the coffee day. I tell him about the Philly, the Philly day, the Luxor. I tell him about that, and then we go, "Let's watch this game." And, it's pretty boring. Green Bay is won it. It's over, but kind of pop it on, and we're kind of watching it, and we're kind of chatting about the day and everything. He's talking to me about the 3D printer, and then Chicago scores, and we go. They show the probability of an onside kick. And we go, this never happens. When they get that onside kick, Dad and I go, wait a minute. Do we have a game here?
Yeah.
And it was, I thought maybe the game, the last fourth quarter and the overtime, probably the 2 quarters of the most fun 2 quarters of any game this whole year. Because Caleb was on fire, and it was in Green Bay. It was in Lambeau. Chicago famously with Aaron Rodgers saying, "I own Chicago" with the belt. They've needed this. They wanted this. It was a great game, and Caleb was just locked in.
Caleb, his play style reminds me of a young Rodgers, doesn't it? He rolls out. He's very accurate. He doesn't have turnovers. Mm-hmm. He's just like, his deceiving wheels where you're like, he's not a runner, but then he always picks up like 8 yards, and you're like, oh, okay, whoa, what the hell? Just getting first downs and keeping the drive alive and those kind of things.
Yeah.
What was the last play? Didn't he just have a dart at the back of the end zone or something like that?
Oh, dude, it was a fade away. It was like, because I was very dialed into this because I had for fantasy Green Bay stuff, and Green Bay got really at the end. They were like, oh shit, they could feel they had no momentum. They got a little desperate. They would put maybe like 7 or 8 guys on the line, all out blitz look, and then 0 coverage, or like a cover 1 or maybe like a robber even, like who's going to stay back. But then on that last play, so they showed that a couple different times, and they came after him, and he would either run away or throw a hot route or throw it away. And he played it really well. On that last play, they show it again. They come with the blitz. Blitz is coming up in his face off of the right side, so off of his strong side, so in his face, not blind side.
Right.
And he kind of fades away and throws a fade away touchdown to a rookie receiver who catches it 2 feet in the back of the end zone for his first career touchdown.
Wow.
It was poetic. It was awesome. It was fun. And if you watch the highlight, Jake, this is the coldest part. The coldest part is if you watch the highlight, Caleb throws it and then puts his hands right in his hand warmer and looks like and he called game. Like he called game. Like just game and throw it, put his hand in his hand warmer, and then I think he did the too cold gesture, like he's shivering. The too cold, I'm too cold. And it was the coolest way to end a game.
Good for them.
It was so fun, exciting. You got an onside kick. It was awesome.
They needed that so bad. I feel like Green Bay is kind of like they've got the Super Bowls. I feel like Detroit doesn't have any of that. Chicago, what was it? Rex Grossman's kind of the only real big win they had, Super Bowl run they had. And then, man, and even the Vikings, I feel like Green Bay is the only one in the division that really has had success in this, since 2000,
Right.
which is kind of crazy. So for them to really get the monkey off their back in that way is pretty cool. And man, that's kind of scary because Caleb is like, he's really young, he was the number 1 overall pick. And oh man, and dude,
with
the
Ben Johnson,
yes, I was just going to say Ben Johnson, the two of them together, that's really scary because he's like making the Swift and Monangai look like it's like some crazy, I don't know, Jonathan Stewart or D'Angelo Williams or something like that.
Well, it feels like back when he was with
Detroit?
Sonic and Knuckles. It looks like Gibbs and like Montgomery a little bit,
Well,
a
even
little power, a little speed,
I think, was there a little bit of overlap with Swift and Montgomery as well? Similar kind of, because Swift is back with Ben Johnson.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Because he was with
the Lions,
Detroit days.
Eagles, Lions, Eagles, and then Chicago. Right.
Yeah, so he kind of brought him back, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, but they look great. They look scary. Next game here, Buffalo, Cleveland. So Buffalo wins 23-20. We both got this one wrong. We both said Buffalo.
Yeah, it was 9.5. That's a tough one. Now I have to check. Did Garrett get the record? Did you see this at all?
I believe he's tied. I think it's tied for the record. He needs a half sack, I think.
Yeah, he's at 22. He's at 22.
Oh, then he's a half away. I think it's 22 and a half or something like that.
Yes, it is. It is. So he's half a sack away
to tie, and then
one
full sack. Yep. And so that was on the watch at the end. I think Shedeur played kind of good in this one. I didn't watch too much of this one.
I know, but dude, the thing that killed me
at least well enough to keep it close, not like good.
The thing that really killed me was I was going against James Cook. And I love him as a player, but it was brutal because he really had, he started the day with like a 40-yard, 50-yard touchdown run. It was just like, he's got like 12 points like immediately. It was just like, oh no, it's going to be a long day. And it ultimately was definitely part of the difference in me losing in the LA league. I think Josh Allen was a little bit quiet. I think it was a big run day.
It was a closer game. Obviously, it was only a 3-point game, but Shedeur takes really bad sacks, dude. He takes really bad sacks.
That was the MO coming out of college too. He's retreating
directly backwards, like a kid playing Madden for the first time. It doesn't even look like there's an opportunity to make a play. That did stand out to me, but. Again, these games I was half asleep for because this is the following day, and I was like had that long day, woke up with a sore throat on Sunday, and so even Tampa Bay, Carolina, I did watch sort of the end of these games, and so the next game, Tampa Bay, Carolina won 23-20. We both got Carolina, and it was 2.5. Thank God that was a 2.5, right?
Oh my gosh. And this is a fun one where I think a lot of people might have picked Tampa Bay.
Not you and I.
But you and I were on the train, Alex. We are just on the train. We knew Carolina. They took a step back. I forget. Was it the Rams that beat them? Good team. It was a good team.
2 weeks ago, right?
I can't remember. They took a step back, but you just can't get off the train. It was just one of the stops. No. You know what I mean?
We won't.
That's all.
We won't.
We knew it was plugging along. I know I believe Tet had a touchdown here, my guy. So he had a little bit of a day. And I think, dude, I just think that defense, the Derek Brown, I believe his name is, the D tackle for them.
He's so good. Yeah, I think he's very good.
Very good. I think and also Horn, JC Horn.
That's right.
Yes. Is very good as well. They're very quiet. They're quietly just a very solid team, and they look like they're going to win this division, which is kind of wild. Atlanta doesn't look great.
Tampa Bay is, I'm going to say it here. They are who I thought
They
the
were.
last couple of years,
And we
the
let them off the hook.
Dolphins.
Sorry.
And I let them off the hook. Who the Dolphins normally are. They're that Florida team, that Florida team that is like an air raid team that looks amazing in like September and October. And then once you get to the end of the year, the injuries piled up and, they don't want to play this mucky kind of football. And Egbuka has taken a step back this year now, called it. And
slip it in.
And Baker, he looks like remember it was like MVP the first half of the year.
I know.
Watching him play, and now this is the bad side of Baker.
Yeah.
Where he's kind of doing too much. The game-ending interception was him and Mike Evans. Evans is coming on a crossing route. He throws it, and Mike Evans at the exact worst time turns back the other way to do like a little Travis Kelce backyard BS route.
Right.
And scramble drill kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they just were not on the same page. And
I did see some things on social media where Carolina fans were messaging and like, that's the Baker we remember, because he was on Carolina. You remember for just a hot second there post Browns, and him and Darnold, and yeah. Anyway, pretty fun. I know this Chargers Dallas. I really like Chargers this year. Herbert, God bless him. He was keeping me in one fantasy league. It was Dallas. It's Dallas defense. So kind of knew it was. This was honestly part of the reason I liked Herbert so much this year. Like you were saying, was I looked ahead and I knew he had the number one like defense in like the heat of the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And I was like, I have to keep him for that game. And he was good. He was like, I think he was really good. He was probably like top 5 in fantasy. He wasn't like number 1, but he was very solid. Very solid.
And this
I think
game
really spreading it around.
They rolled. Too. I mean, 34-17 Chargers. So Chargers won over Dallas 34-17. And we were both on the Chargers there. Dallas, they had that little middle where you thought there was some hope. And it got extinguished. And they are now, did you see this stat? The Cowboys are the only NFC team that hasn't made it to the NFC Championship.
Conference. Yeah.
Yeah, the conference
since
championship.
2010?
No, dude, since 95, dude.
Well, for them, I'm saying every other team since 2010 has made it.
But they haven't made it.
No, I'm sorry. I think I'm conflating two stats, but yes, yeah.
So it's 30 plus years, I think, that since they've made a conference championship. So I know we have a running debate. AJ, if you're listening to this, I don't know, would a good GM make it to the conference finals? Huh?
That's right.
Because
I'm surprised.
I don't know.
I was very surprised by his I mean, maybe I'm not there in person, so I'm not getting all the nuance of everything. I just get the text, so it's kind of tricky for me to keep up. But I thought his whole argument was he was a great owner, not a GM, which I agree with. I think he's a great owner. I think he's
too.
Yeah.
When you say GM, to me, that's very specific responsibilities to the roster. That's what I like that you outlined. And I'll be honest, I outlined this in person. You said exactly what I would say. We're right. We are in sync and lockstep on this. Excellent. Where you got to go over the responsibilities a little bit more. I think because got to give the devil his due. I mean, he's meant a lot to football. Jerry Jones has the marketing of football, the sponsorship deals that he's done that now every team does. Sex sells, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders,
naming the stadium. Yeah.
Naming the stadium, the look of the stadium. I know we give a lot of flack for the sun that gets in the players' eyes, but it does look very cool and it is unique. And I'll tell you what, if it didn't affect the players so much, it would be a really cool thing.
It's another headline. It's another headline is what it is.
Yeah. But it doesn't equate to any wins, and they got knocked out after this game. So after this Chargers game, they got knocked out of the playoffs. The Eagles won, clinched the NFC East. And
I feel so bad, dude. This is the classic Chargers. They have a really cool roster, but they're just not healthy, and they can't put it all together. It just it's
does it happen every time? Yeah, it's
I don't
frustrating.
know. Even like those LT years, like same thing.
Antonio Gates and Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, I mean they had some great, and then Sean Merriman. They had Phillips.
Lights
Do
out.
you remember that edge rusher?
Sean Phillips. Yep.
Sean, and then Quentin Jammer. Did you see this thing going viral this last few weeks about Quentin Jammer?
No. What?
He admitted he was on a podcast or something recently, and he was talking about back in like 05, 06, 07, like that era.
His prime, yeah.
And he said he played a game and he was hammered. He was hammered. And he was like drunk for one of the games. He said he'd always have a drink before a game, but there was one game in particular where he was like, he had like quite a few. And so,
how do you perform like that? That's kind of blows. I know Marshawn Lynch used to do a shot of Henny or something. I think Marshawn Lynch would do that.
If you're in your 20s and your body just like rebounds like crazy and there's something that takes the edge off and kind of like I could see like being tipsy or something being like a beneficial thing for someone in their young 20s. Because then the
adrenaline on top of that probably straightens you out evens you out a little bit, where it makes you almost like concentrate really. So I can kind of see that, but Quentin Jammer, one of the all-time names for a cornerback doing press coverage. I know. Yeah. Jammer.
That's a great one.
Pretty awesome.
I love Swift as a running back. I remember him at Georgia being like, that's a cool name for a running back. Your name is Swift.
Birds had him.
Yeah. Very, very fun name.
Those are some great Chargers greats. And the Chargers, they rolled in this one. They had a
great team.
Yeah.
Herbert's awesome. Ladd is great. I feel like, Hampton is really exciting.
I'm glad you brought up Ladd. Did you see his mustache? Did you see his mustache post game?
No, I did not.
It's like, do you see my mustache right now?
No, I don't.
Exactly. Exactly. You can barely see it. It's just I didn't shave today is all it is. That's what but he cut the rest of it, and he had this whisper of a mustache.
Maybe he's just he's about to have a mustache. You know what I mean? Maybe he's just growing it out.
More power to him. He's just getting to the awkward stage right now, and you know what? I can have some empathy for that. I was really about to really go in there, and I appreciate you for helping. I think
Ladd's great. I thought Ladd. I had this moment where I thought it'd be a beneficial thing for me at the end of like the fantasy year to kind of write things down and be like, Jake, remember this on draft day. And do you remember we talked about this? The things I wrote down were draft Ladd McConkey and Brian Thomas. Two of the biggest busts.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank God you didn't. Yeah.
I know. And I didn't even, luckily, I think I had, of the 4 leagues, I had Brian Thomas in 1 and Ladd in 0. So luckily I didn't get burned by said advice. I think they were getting so much hype that I was like, okay, I thought they were going to be fun. They were rookies last year. I thought they were going to be sleepers. Anyway, I digress.
Ladd is a fun player. Last thing I'll add to that is what I need to burn into my brain. I really slid this advice down. This used to be my mantra is take running backs early. And this year I let it slide. And this year all my teams slid as a result. So when I'm burning into my brain or writing down for next year is Alex, don't fuck around with the running backs. Take those running backs early.
You know what's funny is I took like 3 running backs. I don't know if it helped me. I don't know if it helped me much.
Took the wrong ones, I guess. Yeah. I know my rookies. Dude, I might take the same goddamn running backs next year. Harvey and Hampton ended the year strong. They ended the year strong.
Well, that's the thing with
they
fantasy.
Might have good years next year.
The thing that's crazy with fantasy is like when you look in the off season, you're looking at the whole season, but then you forget how they actually get to that. And how they get to it is in like crazy spurts. So it feels erratic, even though by the end you're like, oh, this was a good player, but it felt so bad at different times.
Right.
And I feel that way. Like Chase Brown. Chase Brown's like that. Chase Brown got so much hype in the offseason, and now he's kind of living up to it. But the whole first half of the season, it was kind of the Burrow injury. I really thought I thought Burrow was out for the year. I didn't think he was coming back, which is why that's why I didn't support your trade earlier, was because I felt like if Burrow doesn't come back, I don't know if Flacco doesn't check down. Flacco doesn't check down. But the fact he did really let him explode. The next game is crazy. Tennessee, Kansas City, and Tennessee blows them out 26-9. The crazy thing to me is, like, obviously no Mahomes, no Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice killed me.
Well, did you see what happened in this? Gardner Minshew got hurt. Gardner Minshew got hurt too.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Who do they have?
I don't even know who was playing. I'd have to look it up because I just saw this afterwards. But he tore his ACL. He's out for the year now. So
that's
now
so
Gardner Minshew, he was only in for like half of this game, and they were on emergency quarterback number 3. Who I'll be honest, I don't know. I think it was some guy I got to look up right now because
what's crazy though. KC is going to have their best drafts in like a decade.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to have really high picks in every round. And I think that because they're already eliminated, they're probably already doing some legwork, with the draft and scouting and that type of thing. Tennessee, meanwhile, might have just lost their shot at number 1 again, but they got the QB. As long as they have a high draft pick, they build a little bit of momentum for their guy. Cam, I'm blanking on his name. Cam, who's the first overall pick? Just the most underwhelming.
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward. Thank you.
Jake, I can't even pronounce the third string quarterback, the probable starter for next week. Chris,
is he a rookie?
Olodokun. And I probably messed it up. No, it looks like he's just getting pulled up from the practice squad here, and he is 28 years old. And so he's not a rookie. It looks like he must
Canadian
be.
football.
He was on the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2022.
Okay.
He's 6'1", but I've never heard of this guy in my life.
Not going to be tough for them.
Yeah, because
there's a part of me that thinks
limited experience.
There's a part of me that thinks they go into a little tank here to end the season.
They should.
Tank it out and really fix the books. See if you can, negotiate or do some restructuring with Mahomes. Bring in some free agents. I think what's crazy is the thing that kills me is Rashee Rice got hurt again, dude. I think it was a concussion.
Like,
I think it was a concussion, so he's in protocol. But he really killed me for fantasy. I had him in 2 leagues, in 2 playoffs. I held off the whole beginning of the year.
Charlie
too. Yep. Ah, dude, brutal. You can't see the injuries coming.
He was our Ned Stark. Charlie's our Ned Stark. I think if we take nothing from this episode, he's our Ned Stark.
Charmander, God bless him. Charles in charge. It's the injuries. You can't predict the injuries except for you, Alex. You predicted Jacobs.
I predict them and I
text
them.
I create
Adams. Them. I create them.
Ironically, Alex, Devontae Adams was Charlie and I's like 2 years ago when he was on the Raiders. We had a text back and forth. We were so bullish on the Raiders with Antonio Smith.
Pierce?
What was it? Pierce, thank you. Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, the old
linebacker. There was like a 3-game stretch where we were just going to the well for fantasy and it was delivering. It was like, it was such a fun little back and forth we had where we were just texting each other, go Raiders. And we were just going back and forth. It was very fun.
I have night sweats thinking about Devontae Adams and when he'd be on that show quarterback or wide receiver, And he's talking about his quarterback, Garoppolo, and he's like, I don't know if I could play anymore. He's throwing me hospital balls across the middle of the field. Yeah. And I don't know if I can keep going like this. And and so I was high on him when he went to the Rams, but I thought he'd get injured, and he did.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Next
All
one,
right.
we got New
Yep.
Orleans Jets, another blowout. And New Orleans, dude, they're getting hot. Shuck, dude. Kellen Moore, Shuck, the defense. I picked up the defense in I think 2 leagues because they just have a really great schedule to end the year here with the Jets. I mean, this was a really nice one. But Shuck is wheeling and dealing. No Kamara and no Neal either. So they're doing this with like
Olave.
third string running back. Olave's having a great year. Yeah.
Taysom Hill threw a touchdown in this one. They did like a wildcat Taysom Hill. He threw a touchdown in this one. And so I think they showed the stat. The only player ever to have in his career 1,000 yards passing, rushing, and receiving to hit that plateau of 1,000 yards passing.
What a
rushing.
Random stat.
Yeah, but he's the only guy that throws it enough, also receives it enough.
Yeah, that's the weird one. That's the bottleneck right there. No one.
Yeah, because
maybe Cordell Stewart.
Yeah, because plenty of quarterbacks run for 1,000 yards even in 1 year. You know, like that's pretty common. But maybe the receiving part of it,
maybe Pat White.
Oh wow.
Tyrell Pryor. Maybe?
Oh, that's a good one. Who changed? In his career to wide receiver.
Receiver, QB, a little back and forth.
So Kellen Moore was having fun dialing up some plays in this one. He
really went in.
They're taking some momentum into this upcoming offseason, I think. Which is good
and you know
for
what? They're getting the books right as well. This year, they've got the rookie QBs, the young, cheap quarterbacks, and the last regime, Peyton and that front office just ran the books into the ground. They were just maxing out credit cards is what they were doing.
Yeah, and that's a good way to put it. Yep.
Yeah, and they were just maxing out credit cards, and now they maxed out, and they're currently in the process of
paying off bad debt.
Paying off bad debt. Exactly. So, but hopefully, I mean, good for Kellen Moore. He goes into a situation, first time head coach, where zero expectations, absolutely zero, and
credit score at the bottom.
Yep. And you end the season with this old rookie QB, and you like turned him into a viable starter, and it's like he now looks so great. You know, Kellen Moore looks like he's like really doing a good job, which is cool.
Maybe a little nugget for us and for any listener. Maybe Olave big season next year, huh? Maybe we like Olave going into next year. Maybe.
I don't know. You might be chasing waterfalls if you think lightning is going to strike twice, because he ended up having. I feel like, man, the concussions. He always would miss time. This is his first healthy year in like, I don't know, maybe since his rookie year.
Who's another good wide receiver then for them that could have a big year then? Like, I'm trying to think, because they traded off Shaheed.
He reminds me so much of Garrett Wilson. They're on a terrible team. Ohio State wide receiver, route runner, good speed, not great speed, but also injuries. But also, it's not always their fault. Their QBs have been just dumpster fires their whole career, but they still put up numbers. They're very similar to me. I could see Garrett Wilson having a bounce back season next year. Although, what is his injury? Was it pretty bad? Do you know?
You put me on the spot. I don't know. I just think this New Orleans and Garrett Wilson's an interesting one, but good buy lows going into next year. I feel like good buy lows. Yeah, some good buy low players. You know,
New Orleans is going to be like Carolina next year. That's going to be a train we ride, because they're similar kind of thing. Yeah. Yes. It depends how the draft plays out, free agency, but I do think that's a good early contender. Another one might be the Giants, Minnesota here. We have Minnesota 16, Giants 13. We were both on Minnesota here. It was only 2.5. Alex, I called this 3 weeks ago. McCarthy has a really easy end of the schedule.
Yeah.
And I think the narrative on him might be like, okay, you know what? We'll give him a chance next year. Like, I think he's fine. Like, he was really in some bad narrative, like middle of the season there.
Yep. Yeah, really it was dark. It was dark. It was definitely dark. And I was upset. I had McCarthy, or I had
Addison,
Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Yep, exactly. Yep. And
Yep.
so I was smiting his name, smiting him. And I probably put together a couple voodoo dolls with his name on it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
yeah.
put some pins in there.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not like this was a great game for them. It was like 16 on the Giants,
No,
right? So it's
I
not like
know.
I don't know if this is the
No.
best time to take a victory lap for him specifically, but they did win.
Yeah. And the Giants, dude, I think the Giants are still in line for the number 1 pick. It's them in Vegas, I believe, are vying for it, and the Giants have the tiebreaker at the moment.
Well, they play each other next week. Remember, they did that pick.
Yes,
they play each other next week, and that's going to be one of those weird games where I think you're going to see some weird shenanigans if two teams trying to lose a game.
Are we going to see Nate Sudfeld?
We're gonna see someone throw a game. I think.
Yeah, I think Dart is going to hit the medical tent. I think he's going to. No, got to protect him. And then I think maybe even Gino might not, or Genty might come up lame, maybe a little bit of cramping. Like Genty just had a big game last week, but then he's gonna be like, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be tricky. The Giants, they have a good team on paper. It just, I guess it's the interim head coach. I don't know. I think they got a good pass rush.
They have pieces. They have a couple pieces. They have a couple pieces. Yeah.
It just doesn't
pass
feel
rush looks good.
Right.
Right. It doesn't. Yeah.
Cincy, Miami. This is a little surprising to me because I feel like Miami they were picking up some steam the last 5 weeks or so. I think they had won like 4 of their last 5, maybe. And Cincy's gettable. So I thought this was going to be at least closer. But yeah, I feel like my boy T Higgins really did me dirty because he didn't play last week, and then he was questionable this whole like leading up to it, and I had to play somebody else on the Saturday game because I wasn't sure if T was going to play. But then he had a great game. He had a touchdown. He had like 17, 18 points, something like that. Yeah.
This game, it just looked like Cincinnati just had a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun. Their offense, Chase Brown got a lot. We said he scored. He scored 30 points in the playoffs when he needed it most. He was there. 5th place, baby. I won it. Secured it.
I feel like this is what everyone thought when they drafted him. Like he was getting a lot of hype in the draft.
Yeah.
Like I think he was like 2nd, 3rd rounder guy. And I think this is what a lot of people thought was going to happen for a lot of the season. So definitely knew it was there all along, but, yeah, I mean, really cool to kind of see it. How is Chase doing? I don't have any Jamar Chase. Has he been good?
Well, the one league that I'm like, that we don't have the consolation bracket in, I think I finished 5th, and 9th is how I performed in my league. Brother. So rough year for me.
Do you think the pod hurt? Do you think the pod hurt your fantasy, or do you think it?
That's a good way to take the blame off myself. Yeah.
Well, I feel like it helped me. I feel like I was in 3 out of 4 playoffs. I was really competing in all of them. I had a shot, and I think I did almost a clear spread of like championship, semifinal, and then quarterfinal finishes.
That's good. I mean, that's pretty solid across the board.
Yeah. And in the Lambertville, I just really, really shit the bed, but
you got to do it in at least one league.
Yeah.
Or did you even play?
Exactly.
But yeah, Jamar Chase was on a team that was already out of the playoffs, to answer your question. So Jamar had big weeks. He had big weeks. But then he'd also have like duds. So it was like real hit or miss. It wasn't really consistent. It was probably like top 5, but I took him number 1 overall in that league.
Yeah.
And so
it's tough.
Really tough. And so it felt fine to have him. Maybe 1 or 2 games he like won for me because he got like 39 or something.
Yeah.
But he reminds me of actually Drake London. So that's into the next game here.
Yep. Atlanta AZ.
Yep. And that was Atlanta won 26-19. And so Drake London, very similar. he'd score like 38 points or something, have a huge week, and then be injured for 4 weeks after that,
Yeah.
Very disappointing. But Kyle Pitts, man, he continues to kind of chug along in this game. He, like I told you in the beginning, I told Andrew, I thought Arizona with Gannon, they play conservative. They don't blitz a whole lot, only a little bit. And the middle of their defense is usually pretty soft. We saw it
Yeah.
a lot in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that would be a lot of PPR points for Pitts, and it
He's a
kind of was.
contract. Is he a contract year? I think he is, right?
Makes
I think he's
sense
a
if he is,
contract
because
year.
best year of his
Yeah.
career, probably.
Yeah, I think it's a contract year. I feel like those early days under what was it? Was it Arthur Smith, head coach?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
feel like his whole thing was to just kind of win at the offensive line, develop the offensive line, which I think he did a good job. Like they really opened some holes for Bijan, and Bijan is a real player. He was my
He's
first overall
incredible.
pick, and
Yeah.
he's really good. It's just frustrating because he's not as involved with the red zone offense. He gets you down there.
Oh,
And then
Algier?
either Algier, sometimes they do, I guess. Well, I think London, I think Pitts are like jump ball guys. So I think they do a lot of that.
Right.
And plus sometimes they're not always getting there. But anyway, he's still phenomenal. I think he was like top 5 as well. Similar to Chase, where it's like awesome games, pretty good floor, but I don't know. It was just kind of like he didn't single-handedly win a game. I think he's just very good, and it just you had to take him like 2nd overall, 3rd overall, whatever it was. But next one, Jacksonville, Denver. This one is interesting.
Dude.
Jacksonville really surging, and man, Lawrence looks solid.
Remember like week 3 or 4? This was like around your wedding when we had a podcast. So in October, I remember saying the NFL is more fun when Jacksonville's a good team.
That's right.
I did not think, like, I was excited for them. They were like a up and coming. Like, I hope they have a good year. Did not think they'd have wins like this. Denver was like top team in the league.
Yeah.
And they smoked them 34-20.
Yep.
Man, their defense looks good.
And no Travis Hunter.
Right.
ETN looks very good. Man, dude, yeah, they just look very good. They're just, and they're getting hot at the right time.
This team with Travis Hunter playing both ways would be electric.
I think that's what they thought. I think they really were, going to be really pushing. What's crazy is they're exact opposite of Indianapolis, who they were amazing to start the year. They looked unbeatable. Division rival, and Jacksonville's kind of, Lawrence is doing his classic, just throwing picks or whatever. Hunter gets hurt. They're kind of whatever, but then they just kept plugging away, winning games, and then they just keep getting hot. And I feel like Indy is just hanging on. It's just hanging on.
We'll get to them. Yeah, we'll get to them at the end here, but Denver, I was just disappointed. There was just some bad turnovers in this one. And Jacksonville, dude, ETN looks very good.
He looks very good. Did you watch? I'm so surprised by Vegas staying in it with Houston here. It was a 2-point game. The line was 14.5, and we still picked it.
I thought Vegas was dead in the water. No, I didn't. Genty had a day. Genty had, I think,
he went off.
Big, like 70-yard catch, I think it was. I saw
quite a few. Tucker had some play as well.
Trey Tucker, yep. And I think I was trying to make sure.
Alex, I'm getting a message. I got a text message that Lila, niece, is threatening to burst in because I'm taking too long.
Okay, we'll wrap it up. I want you to get to Gingerbread. Next game, Pittsburgh, Detroit. Pittsburgh wins 29-24.
Yeah, look at you. And you went for it.
Well,
was it
I kind of thought this would be the line. Yeah, I thought the line would be a close game. I thought with Pittsburgh and Detroit it'd be like a gritty, low-scoring game. So I definitely didn't see this happening.
Yeah.
But dude,
Yeah,
Rodgers got his mojo
Rodgers.
back. He's got
Did you
his mojo
see
back.
Metcalf got suspended? Is that right?
Did he
like
punch that fan?
Yeah, apparently there's some previous history or something. It's crazy
But
because
he
they got rid
punched the
of
fan.
Pickens for
Yeah.
being too much of a loose cannon, and they replaced him with a loose cannon. Kind of
Always
crazy.
and they had Antonio Brown before that. It's like they always have
I think
a loose
it's the
cannon.
environment. They must do something crazy there. They've got to do something wacky, I feel like.
Maybe. I don't. Maybe they challenge him in a certain way, but
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows?
Also,
Pittsburgh
did you
wins
see
it.
this was a crazy golf? Golf had that crazy almost ending where he threw it.
Oh, the
They
PI.
fumble.
Oh, yeah.
It was like PI, and then they fumbled it to him. He jumped. I was playing golf. It was brutal because he got a bunch of garbage. He got a bunch of points at the end, and
Did you play golf down there?
Played against him. I played against golf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you said golf. I thought you were saying you're playing golf.
Oh, no.
And I was like, did you play golf down there? Sorry.
Jared Golf, yeah. But
that one was interesting and crazy ending. I didn't quite see that, but I know there was like that forward lateral thing, I think that you were talking about, right? Yeah.
At the end.
Or backward lateral.
New England, Baltimore, 4-point game. I really thought this was like Baltimore's New England's had an easy schedule. Baltimore needed it, and they were going to pull it out and finally get hot at the right time. But, I mean, they did have a solid game. Henry had a good game. Did you watch this? It was a comeback. It was like Baltimore was winning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you see that Mark Andrews play where he tried to pitch it?
No.
It was kind of weird. It's like he catches it in the middle of the field, and then he looks like in the last minute he thought he'd do the Randy Moss thing where you catch it and pitch it back to teammate,
right?
But he just throws it away, and it was pretty ugly.
They're just having a bad season. Like Lamar got hurt, I believe, as well. And it was crazy because Henry was having a great game, and they just stopped running to him. They had a lead, and they stopped running to him with a backup quarterback. I haven't heard his name.
I feel like I haven't heard Henry this whole year.
He's
not
been
like
fine.
Last year.
He's just I think he's running back 10 or something.
Right.
Where it's just he just averages 15. And it's it's the quietest 15. He just gets 25 carries, 100 yards, and some catches maybe with another 20 yards or something. So it's he'll get 15 and it's pretty steady. But he's not winning you the league like last year. And then San Fran, Indy here. We were both on San Fran here. Indy's just going the wrong direction, and San Francisco's getting hot. Purdy looked wild, right?
Sauce. That Sauce injury is a bummer because their defense sucked.
I mean, Old Man Rivers, too, of course.
Old Man Rivers was looking okay, though. He looked okay. I got inspired. I saw they showed the high school team that he was coaching. They was watching live. There's a watch party. I got inspired after the first touchdown and was like, okay, come on. And their defense could not stop Purdy for a second. It seemed like it was just a barn burner.
Yeah, barn burner. It was. Well, brother, I think we wrap this bad boy up. Merry Christmas. Why do you take us home? Take us home, Alex.
Oh, Christmas. Kwanzaa, all of them. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Make a snowman. We love you. Get out of here.